new lesson, company's accounting for share capital. Actually, this lesson is a little big, that is why I am doing my videos in parts. Today we can see first introduction, that is what is company. We can see that introduction today. So children, when we say company, actually you have learned in 11 about the sole trading concern, right? In the sole trading concern, we know that if we are having few capital, amount of capital, we can start a business solely. But it will be, we need less investment. Next, this year you have learned partnership, where we know that we need little more investment. But now you want to start your business all over the world or in all the states of India. Naturally, we need more and more capital. So when we need more and more capital, we can form it as a company. So in company, what happens is we can raise the needed capital from the general public. The capital, the whole amount, the whole capital that we need for a company will be divided into small units which will be called as shares. Whatever capital the company needs, it can be raised by the general public. We can issue shares and the general public will invest in it. This investor, that is the people who are purchasing the shares from your company, they are called as shareholder. Actually, they become the owners of your company. Whatever profit we are getting, that the company is getting, that profit we will distribute among the shareholders in the form of dividend. So the shareholders will be scattered in many places and they will be large in number. So they cannot take active part in the management. That is why the company have their own board of director and they conduct the annual general meeting. Normally, the liability of the shareholder is always limited to the face value of the share, but it also depends upon the type of the company. So if you see your meaning and definition, we can say that a company is a voluntary association of artificial person created by law with a separate legal entity. It has perpetual succession and a common seat and the liability of the member is limited. So company is a voluntary association, that is, it has been formed voluntary. No law can force you that you have to create a company, you have to form a company. No law can force you. Okay, no law can compel any person to form a company. So it is a voluntary association. Next, it is created as an artificial person. We people creates a company but give them a life existence. Actually, they are not, the company is not a living thing, but we are giving it a life. We have created it. We people have created it. So if I am creating a company with a ABC company name, that ABC company can sign the agreement. Anyone can file a case on ABC company. ABC company can file a case on any other company. So it is an artificial person, but it has been created by law. There are laws which we have to follow, and whatever law is written in that act, that we have to follow. So as far as company is concerned, we are following the Company Act. Present, we are following the Company Act 2013. Now when we say separate legal entity, that is, as we know, company is an artificial person, but it is different and separate from the shareholders. Okay, that means tomorrow if the company is wind up and there is no enough asset to repay the liability of the company's liability, the company cannot claim the assets of the shareholders. That is why we say that company as a separate legal entity. Okay. Next, common sin. Naturally, the company is an artificial person, so it cannot come and sign. It is a non-living thing. It cannot put a signature anywhere. When I say it can file a case, it can go for an agreement. Naturally, no company can sign it. So that is why we use a common seal. So with this seal, the company can, if the seal can be fixed in any document which assures that it is a company's document. Perpetual succession. When we say perpetual succession, a company will continue forever. Okay, it is going to have a long life. The members, the shareholders can change, the directors can change, but it will be continuing for a long time. It can be known that it can be winded up, it can be closed only by law. So limited liability, I already explained that the people will be the members, that is the shareholders, they will be having the limited liability unless and until the company is an unlimited liability company. So see children, as I told you, the company's whole capital will be divided into a small unit which is called as shares, and the owners of the company are also called as members and shareholders. Now, in a very simple word, we can say that company means a company incorporated under this act or any previous company act. So when we say act, it is nothing else, it is your section 220 of the Companies Act 2013. Whatever rules has been given in the section 220 of the Companies Act 2013, that is the rules which our company is going to follow. So when we say characteristics, features of a company, already I have explained you this thing, but still we can have one more look. This all things was there in the meaning incorporation. So when we say incorporation, a company is an artificial person that has been created by the law. Okay, the company acts only under the present Company Act 2013, or if any other previous Company Act, whatever previous Company Act has given the rules, that rules will be followed. Separate legal entity, it is separate from its shareholder. Legally, if the company is getting winded up, no creditors can go for claiming the personal assets of the shareholder. Artificial person, in the eyes of law, it is an artificial person. It can have its own property, it can sign a contract, it can conduct a business, everything it can do. Perpetual succession, it is a company is always a perpetual succession, that is it will be having a long life. Bank, if any member has become insolvent, that is not going to affect your company, or any member has become an unsound, that also is not going to affect your company. That is what I told you, the members can change, the shareholders can change, the directors can change, the employee can change, but the company will be going on unless and until it is being wounded up by the law. Next is limited liability. The liability of the members is always limited to the share, but apart from that, you will be seeing there are some specific companies which will be following different rules. Transferability of share. Shares of the companies are freely transferable, provided only in the private company they have to follow some restriction. Management and ownership. The shareholders, as I told you, they are scattered in many places. They cannot take active interest in the management. That is why we appoint a board of directors, and they will develop and take all the decisions needed for the company. So here we can say that the management and ownership are separate. Common seal. A company will have a common seal, but there can be a company which is not having a common seal also. So we can say a company may or may not have a common seal, but if it has a common seal, it will be fixed in all the important documents to assure that the company has entered into the contract. Now we can see different kinds of company, children. So generally we can say that there are three kind of company, that is one person company, private company and public company. So what is this one person company? Section 262 of the Company 2013 defines that one person company means a company which has only one person as a member, children. So in this company only one person will be the member. So how much directors can be there in this company? So here you can have minimum one and maximum you can have 15 members. Numbers of director, minimum you can have one and maximum also you can have 15 directors. But when it comes for subscription of shares and transfer of shares, one person companies are not allowed to issue shares to the general public. So when they are not allowed to issue shares to the general public, naturally the shares are not transferable also. So if you see here, I'll just change it, children. This is actually the number of members. So how much members can be there? Only one member can be there in the one person company. Minimum also is one and maximum also is one. Only one member is there. That is why this is called as one person company. When we say public deposit, one person company cannot invite and accept deposit from the public. It is not legally allowed. If a company is a one person company, after its name it has to use the word OPC. That is, if the company is ABC, if the name of the company is ABC, it has to write as ABC OPC. OPC means one person company. So it is mandatory that if any company is one person company, then it has to use the word OPC. Next we are going to see the private company. A private company is a firm held under the private ownership. Any company where the ownership is from the private concern, that is the government is not interfering in it, then it is called as private company. So if you see number of member, here the minimum numbers can be 2 and maximum it can be 200. It cannot exceed that. And number of directors can be minimum 2 and maximum 50. In private company also, shares cannot be subscribed to the general public. Private company cannot issue shares to the general public. They can only distribute the shares among themselves, among their relatives. In that way only they can give it. They cannot bring it to the general public. Here transfer of share is not freely transferable. They can share it, but it is not freely transferable. There is a restriction, lot of restrictions are there. Like one man company, here also one person company, public deposits like private company also, the public deposit cannot be taken from the public. Private company cannot invite and accept any deposit from the public. When the name is fixed for a private company, you have to see that it after the end of that name, they have to add the word private limited. The word private limited, that is, for example, if it is name is ABC, they have to write ABC Private Limited. Next we can see public company. So the company which is not a one person company or which is not a private company, we can say that is a public company. So public company means here there will be an interference of the government also. So the number of members will be 7 and maximum there will be no limit. If you see number of directors, there can be minimum 3 directors and maximum 15 directors. Subscription and transfer of share, shares are allotted to the public, and the shares are also freely transferable. Public deposit. Public company can invite and accept the deposit from the public, and when in the name, for example, if it is ABC company, then they have to use the word ABC Limited. If it comes ABC Limited, it is understood that it is a public company. You can expect this type of questions even in the case study. They will give the name of the company like ABC Private Limited, and at the last they may ask you what is company, what company is this, whether it's a private company, public company, or they might give you ABC Limited, and they will ask you that whether this is a public company or private company. So please go through this notes. It will be very useful for you for attending the MCQs. Now, whether the company is a private or public, it can be a company, limited liability company, it can be an unlimited liability company, or it can be a company limited by guarantee. So what is this limited liability company? A company where the liability of the member is limited. When we say limited, so what is the meaning of this is, actually the meaning of this sentence is that, for example, a shareholder, he has to pay 100 rupees shares. Okay, 100 rupees share amount he has to pay to the company, and he have paid only 80 rupees. He have paid only 80 rupees. Still 20 rupees is he have not paid, means his liability will be limited only till 20 rupees. Once he have paid the 20 rupees, his liability is over. That is called as limited liability company, and this rule is as per the section 2 subsection 22 of the Company Act 2013. Next comes unlimited liability company. It is a company where the liability of member is unlimited. It is as per the section 2 subsection 92 of the Company Act 2013. That is, if the company is not having enough asset to repay its liability, the creditors can claim the personal property of the shareholders. So, but this type of company is not allowed in India. In India, we are not allowing this type of company. Company limited by guarantee. So when the company starts, in the memorandum itself, the shareholders, what they will do, they will give a guarantee that if the company is winding up, they will be paying this much amount. That is, they are giving the guarantee that from their side they will be paying this much money to the company. So that has to be clearly mentioned in the memorandum. So this is as per the section 221 of the Company Act 2013. So children, here I am just finished the introduction of the company. In my coming videos we can see the types of shares, and then I will be giving you again the assertions and reasons. To be updated with my latest video, you be subscribe my channel and click the bell icon. I have already uploaded assertion and reason from the partnership. If you want it, the link is there in my description box. Thank you, children.